Hi everyone, welcome to my yoga channel, Yoga with Louie. In this video, I'll be showing you a few standing poses that are incorporated in most yoga sequences. All you need is yourself, the ground, an open mind and an open heart. If you have a mat, then great. First pose is the mountain pose, which is the simplest pose because all you do is just stand on the mat or the ground with your feet together, back straight. You can put your feet hip width apart if you want, and all you do is ground yourself to the earth. Next is the prayer pose, which leads from the mountain pose. This time you bring your arms up to the top of your head and bring them together and down to heart center. And here you just stand, focus on your breathing and grounding yourself. Next is the tree pose. So the point of this pose is for the sole of your foot to go on the thigh of the opposite foot. And now a few of these will happen. The point is once you found your balance on the one leg, then the other foot comes up to your thigh and you bring your arms up together at the top of your head. If you want, you can bring them down to heart center. The next pose is the triangle pose. When you start off, your legs need to be as wide as the length of the mat. Your left foot should be pivoted a little bit inward, and your right foot should be turned 90 degrees at the top of the mat, making sure that your knees are not bent and both legs are straight. You bring your right arm down and your left arm up, creating a straight line and creating a triangle with both legs. The next pose is called the side angle stretch, which is similar to the triangle pose, except this time your right leg is bent at the knee 90 degrees. Once you've established your balance, you bring your right hand down and your left arm up, stretching it all the way to the side, lengthening your arm and lengthening your back. And this way you stretch your entire left side. The next pose is the warrior pose, which has 3 different variations, and I will show you each of them. The first one is warrior 1, which is pretty simple. You go into a high lunge, bending your knee at 90 degrees, and you bring your arms up. Next is warrior 2. Leading from warrior 1, keeping your left leg bent at 90 degrees, you turn your right foot at its ball 90 degrees as well, stretching your left arm in front of you and your right at the back, keeping the bend. Next, we have warrior 3. It's a bit complicated, but I like to start with my leg bent and I straighten it once I found my balance. Then I straighten my left leg, bending my back and creating a straight line with my leg, my back and my arms. Next, we have the chair pose. You start off with your feet together, bending your knees at a comfortable angle as if you're seated. Then you straighten your back and stretch your arms out to the ceiling, lengthening your spine. Next, we have the standing half-bound lotus pose. This is a bit tricky, so I thought I should try, you guys, and see if you can do it. The point of this pose is for your opposite leg to be bent, resting your foot on the opposite thigh. And once you find your balance, you bring your arm up. Next, you have the eagle pose. You can start off with your knees bent, bringing your right leg and wrapping it around your left, making sure your right foot is at the back of your left calf. You can move your booty just to check if you still got it. And you square your hips facing the front and you wrap your arms around each other making sure that you remember to square your hips, straightening your body. Next, we have the dancer pose. It's best to start with your right leg bent, putting all your weight on that leg, and then clasping your left foot with your left hand and straightening that arm, and then straightening your right leg and your right arm in front of you. Take your time with each pose and be aware of your weaknesses and your strengths in terms of your left and your right sides. And with every practice, you'll come to find that each pose becomes easier. I really hope that this video was helpful. Namaste.